Did you see the 4 players he had? I would say the floor was pretty low to begin with. Speaking of low floors, we have the Denver Broncos at the Seattle Seahawks up next. The quarterback battle of Bo Nix against Geno Smith. I don't know. We have Geno as our 21 this week. Bo Nix as 29. What do you guys think of this one?
Defer to Jesse over here.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's allowed.
Oh, I mean, I can give it. I was just making sure he got his Seattle takes in first here.
You go ahead. You're fine.
Yeah, Geno Smith, QB 14 this week, and he's probably too low in my rankings. Geno is going to go off this week. I had an ultra bold take. I should have scaled it back a little bit, but I said earlier this week that Geno could be or will be a top 6 quarterback this season. Top 8 is probably more reasonable, but it's all set up for Geno. He starts in Denver. Jesse mentioned Patrick Surtain, so you're a little concerned about that. Otherwise, Geno is going to roll, and so are his weapons this week. Who is the other guy? The rookie, Bo, someone? Forget it. I'm out.
Okay, so this, I have an outside football issue here to resolve. This is why when they tell you to plead the 5th and remain silent, you do so. Because Jeremy tried to plead the 5th. I made him talk, and instead of lawyering up, he said Geno's going to be QB 6. Now he's just incriminated himself, and he's fucked. So this is why you plead the 5th and just ask for a lawyer, people. Otherwise, you get caught on tape saying Geno's the QB 6 this week.
He did. Not this week. This year, baby. This year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Get this man a psychiatrist, not a lawyer.
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm going to need 5 minutes.
Jesse's over here lathering him up in the corner. Jared, fucking Jesse.
Geno!
Jesse, you're going to have to turn your camera off in a minute.
Geno!
I have Geno in the Stafford tier. He's like QB 17. I like Geno. I want to see. I wonder like how this is going to the schedule work out. I would not expect to see Bo Nix rush a lot in late game sort of situations. So he's right with Daniel Jones, like QB 24. I think you could pass him off in Superflex because they're going to be trailing a lot, and he's a mobile quarterback. Like, that's a fine way to go. But, yeah, Geno for sure is the guy you want to start this week. Like, the offense is just so much better around Geno than it is Bo Nix. And he's a better quarterback. So, yeah, I'm going Geno.
Yeah, and don't hate Bo Nix against probably one of the worst defenses in the league in Seattle. They're trying to get better, but I don't know that it happens right away.
It's going to take some time for Seattle's defense.
Jesus. I don't know where to go.
Geno!
Running back. Denver has a mess that includes Javonte Williams, Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Estime, Blake Watson, Bilake Watson. And the Seahawks have Ken Walker, Zach Charbonnet, and Kenny McIntosh. I am certain the highest ranked player here is Ken Walker. He is 11 for us. It's going to be ugly it's Javonte Williams at 23. What do you guys think here?
Yep. 11 for me on KW3, 21 for Javonte. I just keep moving him up because it just seems more and more that he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the goal line guy. He seems pretty healthy. He's getting positive enough reports out of camp. The Jaleel McLaughlin hype has gone a little bit too far. I've been a part of that just in terms of drafting him maybe a little bit higher than I should have. But yeah, sure. I mean, you can flex him if you really want to. I don't really want to. But those two guys, Walker and Javonte, and Walker is going to dominate this season as well. I'm a de facto Seattle Seahawks fan because my Patriots suck. Might as well root for a team with a good offense, and all of these guys are going to crush for fantasy.
Yeah, you're significantly higher than Walker than me just because I know we've steamrolled Walker up to like astronomical proportions. I need to see him get all of that usage, particularly the passing game. Because if he doesn't have the passing game, he's Derrick Henry. Like that's how I will view him. So if he gets that passing game, I can move him up into another level. With the Broncos running backs, I want both of those guys. I want to play them a lot. They're going to lead the league in targets, the running back position. So I'm fine with Javonte, like a back in RB2. Jaleel is a solid flex. Like if you need to flex Jaleel, particularly in games where they're going to trail, this is where Jaleel is going to get a lot of targets. So I'm fine with both those guys. Jaleel's my RB31. Javonte's 22. Walker's 16 for me. Like, let's roll.
If you told me that Walker was going to be Derrick Henry this season, I'm taking that. I don't care if he catches 5 passes. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me at all. The receivers here we have on Broncos, we've got Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, and what's his first name here? Devon Vele, the rookie that's been on everyone's waiver wire this week. I'm not sure why.
Mark Cooper's dad.
And the Seattle Seahawks side, we have DK, Tyler Lockett, JSN, and Bobo. I think our highest is going to be DK. I'm pretty confident in that. What do you guys have here? It's DK at 19. What do you guys have?
Stop it. DK at 13. Don't sleep on this man. He stopped eating candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Apparently, that's what DK's diet used to be, or somebody said on a podcast. Now he's cleaned it up. He's got a new offense. Gino believes in him. That's the go-to guy. I'm so in on this offense. DK at 13. Everyone else, who cares? JSN is a flex. He's 30. I don't want to risk it this week, but I don't hate it if you have to. And then who's the other team? Denver, Cortland Sutton. I don't know, somewhere in the 40s. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much sums it up really well. I think to your point on DK, if y'all didn't know, the guy was like mainlining candy. Like he would go to practice to candy, get out for practice, eat more candy. Like that was his main food source. So, and somehow he looked like a Greek god. So if he actually fixes his diet, like I'm excited to see how that looks. And to answer Jamie's question, I would take the upside shot on JSN, but the floor is significantly higher with Pollard. It's just I don't know how the split's gonna work out for Pollard either. So I'll ride with JSN, but it's risky. It's
JSN.
You could be massively wrong. That's a bet you could be massively wrong on. You just have to be okay.
I don't think you can be massively wrong.
JSN.
Yeah.
I just hate Pollard that much, to be fair.
What he said.
Yeah. I'm going to ride the lightning, known as the Seahawks wide receivers. Let's do it.
Well, if my options are Tony Pollard, I'd rather ride the electric chair. But tight ends here, we have Greg Dulcich and Adam Troutman on the Broncos. Seattle, we have Noah Fant and AJ Barner. I don't think we have any of these guys in the top 20, which is sadly impressive. Noah Fant is tight end 23 for us. I don't think Denver Dulcich is 29. I don't want to start any of these guys. I don't want to roster any of these guys.
I have those guys flipped. Dulcich 22, Fant 29, and I think Dulcich is probably one of the hottest waiver wire ads of week 2. He's a guy that if he's available on your waiver wire and you have kind of a lower end tight end, I would pick up and stash him in the next week. Against the Seattle defense, highly possible. If not, next week he could go off as well. I just think he's got a great opportunity, and he could be a tight end 1 this season if things fall right. There's no one else there in Denver.
Yeah, I still like Greg Dulcich. Similar to Christian Watson, he's had a ton of injuries. He's got them right, supposedly, so that's what we're banking on. Hopefully he stays healthy. But there's just nobody else. Like, we're talking about Dele Vaughn, the dude that's like 80 years old as a rookie wide receiver for Denver. Like, that should tell you how bad the wide receiver room is in Denver. But Dulcich has showed out to be a good tight end in the NFL. He's got to stay healthy, so that's what we're banking on. And he has no competition. So, yeah, like him and Fant are back-to-back just because the offense is better, but I would much more likely start Dulcich. The floor is just higher with him. Like, I don't want to do the fan experience.